Welcome everybody to Scott Cooks. Today we're going to be hitting the old Pit Boss vertical smoker to smoke up these beautiful pork steaks. And a little more explicitly, this is pork shoulder butt blade steaks. Pork shoulder butt blade steaks. Pork shoulder, as you know, makes an outstanding barbecue, and these have just been cut into steaks. I've got 1, 2, 3 giant pieces here. And let's go ahead and start to get these prepared for the smoker. But first thing we're going to do is go out and turn it on and get it preheated. In case you're wondering, this is the smoker. Pro Series, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. I've got mine on the Wi-Fi router, not on Bluetooth, because Bluetooth has a short range. Anyway, we've done a little cooking in it already, so it might be just a little dirty. But we're going to go ahead and preheat this thing to 275 degrees. Push the button. Now this is an automatic everything. All we're going to do is crank it up to 275. Well, we're going to crank it to 270 because it won't go to 275. And we're going to set it and forget it. I've got some wonderful fall blend pecan apple Pit Boss chips in there. It's automatic auger. It's just going to do everything for us. Now, when you first start up a Pit Boss vertical, you do want to open the door. Now I've got this bottom pan filled with water. I did a little cooking the other day, that's why she's dirty. So we're going to start it up with the door open. It'll only take a few minutes for the igniter to start throwing out some smoke. And we're going to wait about 10 minutes and then we'll put it back in. I've got a rack missing because I got to wash it, but this is where we're going to be putting our pork, right on this level right here. Let's go inside and get that pork ready. Here's what we're going to be working with today. We're also going to use a barbecue sauce later on, but to get these started for the first 3 hours or 2.5 hours, good old yellow mustard. I'll show you what we're going to do with that. And something I found very, very interesting. This is a really cool flavor. Cherry cola barbecue rub. Yeah. Let's see who makes that. Fire and smoke. Perfect for what we're going to do. So here's all we're going to do, guys. This is very simple. Don't need to get too complicated on this stuff. We're going to put just a little smidgen of mustard on there. We're going to smear it around. This is going to give us the flavor and also help hold the seasoning to the meat. Give it a pretty good coating of your favorite dry seasoning. The barbecue sauce comes later. Don't worry. All right, now that's just going to help that stick. And we'll roll it over, do the other side, and we're going to rinse and repeat for all 3 of these steaks. Might be running a little low on the old mustard here. Don't need much. Just a very thin coat like that. Again, with the barbecue seasoning, the cherry, what is it? Cherry cola. I've had this on a couple things before. It has a pretty interesting flavor to it. And that's it. We're just going to set this one aside and then go ahead and do the other 3. I'm sorry, the other 2. But good old-fashioned yellow mustard is hard to beat. That's our seasoning. Let's go make sure our smoker is at temp, and then we're going to go ahead and put these right directly on the rack. 188. It's climbing fast. All right, we're just about at the temperature. We're going to lose about 10 to 15 degrees when we open this door. There's nothing we can do about that, but it makes temperature back really fast. Let's go ahead and get our steaks in. And I'm saving that really big fat one to go right there so I can get the probe in it. And we'll talk about that probe in just a second. See that really thick part right there? So we're going to turn it, and let's grab the probe. So we want to kind of center it up, dead center. Go in, try not to hit any bones. Turn it around. It's in there pretty good. It's a long probe. It's all the way over to the other side. Let's get the door shut quick as we can, and I'm going to show you how to program this this thing real fast here. It's pretty simple on this machine. Not much to it. All right, I know it's flickering. That's just the way the camera records stuff. Anyway, this is MPC programmable probe, manual probe. So what we're going to do, there's a little MPC prime button right here. So I'm going to push that button. This top up here flashes. We're going to set her to 200. 200, hit the button. All right, it's about 2 hours in the smoker. Moving on to the next step. But before we do, I want to show you what they look like right now. Look at that, juice is running. That is beautiful. Let's make them even better. And what we're going to do is take a little Stonewall Kitchen roasted apple grill sauce. Put a little butter on the bottom. I got 2 pans because I just don't think I can get all 3 in one pan. But we'll start with 1 pan and see what happens. So we're going to sprinkle a little of this applesauce stuff on the bottom. Maybe I can get them in there. We're going to try. Yeah, maybe. Nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So we'll have to arrange them out in the grill, in the smoker. And this is the thick one that I'm going to put the probe back in. We're just going to cover these. We're going to use the whole bottle here. Apples and pork. Not much goes better to those 2 ingredients. So we've got cherry, cola, apple, pecan, and apple chips. So we're having like a fruit salad here. All right, that's good. Let's get these things back in the smoker and make a few adjustments to the temperature. Not the internal. We're going to leave the internal alone at 200. That's when she's going to be the most tender. But we're going to lower the smoker overall temperature. All right, guys. First, let's get the probe in. Get these things arranged. We like to work as fast as we can. This one's the bigger one. I want to find the area I want to probe. There it is. Just got to get your hand down in there and probe it up. Yeah, that's pretty good right there where it sits. Let's see if we can get the other guys in right next door. Oh, that's a good fit. These are just regular old Reynolds like turkey pans. There we go. Now, I've got a temperature set here. Now, internal temperature set to 200, but I've got the external temperature set to 270. I'm going to go ahead and lower that to 220. Drop it. The reason being, by the way, there's my internal. She's climbing 136, 137. It's going to climb on up to about 140-ish, I think, is where I pulled it. So I'm going to drop the whole thing down. Just let it sit and smoke for a couple hours. Low and slow is always best. Low and slow. Well, here we go, guys. Right out of the smoker about 2 seconds ago. Still really hot. They're going to let them rest just a bit. I'm going to get one on a cutting board and cut into it and dig in and see how we did. Let's cut into it. See how it goes. Very tender. Beautiful white meat running through. We got a little fat and we got a little of the coloration from the chips. We are using apple and pecan, so we got a little bit of a red coloration there. Very juicy, very tender. Just cutting right through it. No problem. Here we go. My favorite part. So many flavors. That is really good. Very tender. Let's have another. Well, that was fantastic. That was a pretty easy one. not a very expensive cut of meat. The pork shoulder, blade, steaks, whatever. Got a lot of names on that one. Really good. Got 3 huge steaks. There's only the 2 of us. We're going to wrap those up, have them for dinner for a couple more days. And that's it. We're probably going to have some, I think we're going to have some stuffing with this, some vegetables, maybe a little applesauce will go good. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, tell me about your smokers, tell me everything I did wrong on this one. Yeah, there's like a million ways to do smoking. This Pit Boss version that I got is pretty straightforward. You stick a probe in, put a temperature, and pretty much walk away and forget it. That's it. We'll see you soon on the next video.